New this morning, take a look at this. Heavy smoke damage made this home uninhabitable for people last night, basically kicked them out. Firefighters were sent out to Melinda Southwest just before midnight. It's near Sage and Snow Vista. People did get out of the home safely while fire crews headed inside to find the source of the heavy smoke, and it was right there in the garage. That's where they say the fire was, and that's where they contained it to. They prevented it from spreading to the other parts of the home. No one was hurt, and firefighters are still trying to figure out what caused it. And too much rain way too fast still has people talking and cleaning out from all the rain that dumped on downtown Albuquerque Friday night. Drivers tried to plow through it. Folks walked through it. Some of the flooding damaged a lot of cars, damaged businesses too. It was definitely too much for an umbrella. Looked like the day after. Some people had some fun in what was left of all the water. Here's what the rain did at Edith in Lomas on Friday. When it was all over, parts of Albuquerque got pounded with 2.5 inches of rain in just a few hours. And one area of downtown that was closed for much of the weekend, as you can see right here, is back open this morning. This is a live look at Broadway and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. One lane in each direction is now open. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to be done out there. Crews will be back out soon on the road. Throughout the weekend, there was a surge of water from Friday's storm. It badly damaged a manhole cover. Again, one lane in each direction is open. There's still a lot of orange cones out there. Liz?
It wasn't just the metro area that got it either. The rain continued Sunday in northern New Mexico. A viewer sent us this video of water gushing in Gallup. He says it's the frontage road next to I-40 that is flooded. You could also see a stream of water flowing onto the road. And Sandoval County is still recovering from the muddy mess from all the recent rain. In fact, today, the county commission is expected to meet in an emergency meeting to declare a state of emergency in Algodones. The trouble started July 23rd when more than an inch of rain fell in less than an hour, washing away a canal, leaving homes and yards flooded. 6 days later, Algodones got hit again when another big storm blew through there, causing even more damage.
It's not just us here in New Mexico that are getting the rain. Take a look at Southern California. Flash flooding is causing mudslides and leaving about 2,500 people stuck in their neighborhoods. The heavy rains came down suddenly, stranding cars, trucks, and everything in its path. This is from the Mount Baldy area. It's a little, call it east of Los Angeles, where a flash flood trapped a car underwater and a mudslide pushed a hot tub right there, along with a lot of other junk, straight to the middle of the street. People in Oak Glen and Forest Falls are being told to stay put while crews clear out the roads with bulldozers. And make sure you keep it right here with KRQE for the latest on this wild weather. We always have the latest on air and anytime online at krqe.com. Click on the Report It tab there. You can share your pictures of the weather and take a look at everyone else's. There's pretty incredible images. Liz?
2 girls, the object of a weekend Amber Alert, are safe this morning. Their father is facing felony charges, and family members say Albuquerque police should have done more to help find them. Martha Dominguez woke up Friday to find her 2 granddaughters, 9-year-old Genesis and 11-year-old Trinity, missing. And so was her son, Oscar Marquez, the girl's father. He was only allowed supervised visits with the girl. The panicked grandma knew instinctively he was headed down to Mexico, so she called Albuquerque police and she called the mother of the girls. Jennifer Marquez wanted APD to immediately put out an Amber Alert.
I was given reason after reason after reason, which none of them to me made any sense because my kids were missing.
Police tell News 13 the case did not meet criteria for an Amber Alert. So Marquez went to the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department. Saturday night at 8 o'clock, BCSO issued that alert.
The main thing is the endangerment of the children, and that was the big thing yesterday. And it was by going through interviews and talking to additional family members that we were able to obtain that information.
A Border Patrol agent spotted Oscar Marquez Sunday morning crossing back into the States with the girls in tow. The mother is convinced that had APD put out an Amber Alert right away, the girls would have been found before they ever made it to Mexico. Oscar Marquez is jailed in El Paso awaiting extradition for felony custodial interference.
This is day 5 in a search for a missing 75-year-old hiker who vanished in the mountains near Santa Fe. State police say there are still no clues as to where Audrey Kaplan is. Yesterday, 80 people went looking for her, scouring the mountain near the Santa Fe ski basin. They even had search dogs and looked from the air. Ms. Kaplan disappeared last Wednesday. Her husband says the two were hunting for mushrooms, then they split up and she never went back to their car. Valley Meat in Roswell is threatening to sue the state after trying to get a horse slaughterhouse up and running for the last 4 years. The for sale sign right there outside the company says it all. Owner Rick De Los Santos has reached the finish line. The controversial horse slaughterhouse will not be opening. On Thursday, Valley Meat's attorney submitted a letter to the Environment Department withdrawing the plant's application for a groundwater discharge permit. It's a must for the plant to be able to open.
You know, they've been telling us, well, we need 30 days extension, we need 45 days, we need 60, we can't make a decision right now.
The letter also says the inability of the secretary to make a decision has, quote, contributed to the destruction of the Valley's lawful business. Valley Meat also says the Attorney General's office played a big role in the slaughterhouse never opening, and the company says there's a good chance it'll sue because of it. At 6:06, a harsh spotlight is being cast on Albuquerque's Civic Plaza this morning.
That's right, and it is coming from city councilors who think that part of downtown is lacking.
Civic Plaza itself says, welcome to my garage.
Well, it's too big, there's no shade, and it's more of an eyesore anymore.
Its design is not functional. My major advice is to not invest another dollar in it. It's going to form.
Jeff Speck here is a city planner who just analyzed downtown Albuquerque. He says Civic Plaza needs help. He says the giant underground parking ramps block bike and pedestrian access and that there is a lack of shade and greenery, making it just an uninviting place. Speck is suggesting a rough concept would cut the space in half, giving half to a new building and half into a tree-lined park. The idea has some councilors thinking that Civic Plaza needs a plan. The mayor's office agrees, but right now they are more focused on cheaper, smaller things like basketball hoops and more tables and shade rather than a complete overhaul. An 11-year-old boy took his creative passion in decorating cakes to a whole new level by holding a class where most of the students were adults.
You take how much white you have and you go just a little bit less of that with the brown.
Such a smart cookie. Jason Everett here was in Albuquerque with the International Cake Exploration Society. So there was this huge convention that goes to different cities every year to spotlight the latest in sugar art. Everett's been decorating cakes since he was 4. That is more than half his age, folks. He got inspired by his grandmother, who worked at a cupcake shop. He says he is the youngest kid to have his own demo table at the convention.
It's fun just to meet new people, and doing what I'm doing right now. I mean, I get to make these fantastic cakes, I get to be on the news, it's fun.
He's already sponsored by some cake decorating brands, and this guy has big dreams. In 10 years, he says he pictures himself working in the White House. So